rupee has seen strings of record lows, with concerns of high current account deficit and low growth still standing tall. Where do you see the currency headed?
I'm not very good at this. You should watch ET Now or read Economic Times. I know that India's got serious problems. You're not addressing the problems in a constructive way, so it can go much lower. Normally, markets go down too much, just like when people are in panic. They go up too much when people are euphoric. I'm sure it's going to go down too much. But what level? I don't have a clue. I'm not covering yet. I'm still short.
How would you rank India in the Asian markets? And what is your sense of the road forward given the kind of measures the government has come up with? Also, with elections due in less than a year, how would you look at the economy?
Your government just makes it worse. What are you talking about? The measures the government has come up with. I mean, blaming everything on gold. Gold didn't cause the politicians problems. People taking refuge in gold to protect themselves from politicians. No. The politicians are only making the situation worse, just as they have been for decades in India. And the situation is going to deteriorate. Not just in India, Turkey, Indonesia, other countries with big balance of trade deficits.
Turning to commodities, which farm commodity would you be looking at? While India has a strong buffer stock with the government, is the weak rupee leading to expensive imported food?
Well, I'm more optimistic about agriculture, the agricultural products than many things. I bought some sugar recently, which probably means sugar prices are going to collapse. I would be looking at the ones that are depressed. Coffee, sugar, cocoa, these things are down a whole lot. That's where I would be looking if I were thinking about buying more commodities. So I try to look at the things that are down a lot. That doesn't mean you have to buy them just because they're down, but that's where I would start looking.
Gold prices reached an all-time high in India in 2013 because of the weak currency. Where would you see prices headed by year-end?
Well, in the West or in India? I don't know. I own gold. I'm not selling any gold. I am not buying gold either. I bought a little gold when it went to 1,200 US dollars. I expect there to be another chance to buy gold sometime in the next year or two. So I'm not buying any gold right now, but goodness knows I'm not selling, because over the next decade, the price of gold is going to go to extraordinary highs. There's going to be a bubble in the price of gold eventually, so I'm not thinking of selling my gold.
The Indian gold curve comes at a time when the economy is not doing so good, and with most locals still buying gold. First of all, do you think the measures are in the right direction? And second of all, do you think the measures would work?
I think it's right for it's certainly been right for Indians to own gold and silver to protect themselves from your politicians. Yes, I think that's wise. So far, your politicians are not doing anything to correct the economic situation, the problems with the stock market, or the problems with the currency. No, you need to protect yourself with real assets. Don't sell your real assets, not yet.
Crude oil prices are headed for the third monthly gain, despite situations in Syria, Libya, and Egypt continue to worry. Where do you see prices headed?
Well, if war breaks out, and it looks like the Americans are determined to have war, who knows how high the prices can go. You know, if they close the Suez Canal, I mean, if war breaks out in the Middle East, you pick the number. I mean, any absurd number you want to say. Forget 150, forget 200. It could be any price. I mean, I certainly hope war doesn't break out, but you listen to the American politicians, they're all dying to have a war, which is going to really cause staggering prices for oil, gold, and a few other things, if it happens.